Right now, a crucial decision is expected in the district today to try to stop scenes like these, so-called teen takeovers that have led to fights, assaults, and arrests over the past few weekends. Now, this is despite juvenile curfew zones in place. D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser issued an executive order to extend the teen curfews through May 1st.
But today, D.C. council leaders are set to decide whether these juvenile curfew zones will stick around for good. It's not the only option on the table. Our Jess Arnold is live outside the Wilson building in Northwest D.C. ahead of today's expected vote. Good morning, Jess.
Good morning. Yeah, besides this permanent legislation that is on the table, which likely wouldn't take effect until the fall, the council will also be considering emergency legislation that would take effect pretty much now and extend that curfew through the summer months. Now, new this morning, we have our hands on 2 amendments that would tweak some of the details surrounding curfew enforcement here in the district. Now, one of the major changes that at-large Councilmember Donnie Crawford wants to see, is outlined in her amendment, is requiring the Department of Parks and Rec or another community organization to provide structured and supervised youth programming anytime there's an extended youth curfew zone in effect, and they would have to be announced at the same time. She also wants to make sure families receive sufficient notice for curfews, consolidate authority, and establish clear enforcement guardrails. Now, head of the Judiciary and Public Safety Committee, Councilmember Brooke Pinto, proposes starting weekend curfew hours at 12:01 a.m. instead of 11 p.m. and clarifying that curfew violations do not result in official arrests, even if police detain minors. Though we haven't seen many of those since emergency curfew started last year. From the fall until today, D.C. police have detained 45 young people under 18 after they violated curfew, according to data from the Deputy Mayor for Public Safety. But they're just held at the Department of Youth Rehabilitation Services until a parent can come to get them. And that's only if they refuse to go home. None of this means that they're officially arrested. Both groups who are against the curfew and those who are in favor of it point to this kind of data and these continued quote-unquote teen takeovers as evidence for their position.
They've been happening regardless of these curfew zones being declared, so that behavior hasn't stopped. So I would ask them, what actually has improved based on the curfew?
We see what happens when we don't have that tool. It is not going to solve all of our challenges, but it is an important tool to continue investing in. That's why I moved it out of committee last week. It passed unanimously.
This point of contention is the fact of these targeted youth curfew enforcement zones of groups larger than 8 people. Now, when it comes to the votes needed to pass both of these pieces of legislation, for the permanent one, it's 7 votes that are needed to advance it. And for the emergency one, which would take effect after just 1 vote, 9 council members have to vote in favor of it. Now, this council meeting is set to happen here at the Wilson building today at 1 p.m. Guys.